Before going to start this demo session, let me introduce myself. My name is Abdul. I'm a Pega trainer. I had around 15 plus years of experience, not only into Pega as well. I had experience into Java. I have done some certifications into Java and as well into Pega. Actually, I'm going to talk about what is Pega exactly, okay, and who should learn Pega. So kind of overview, not overview, I can say. You are going to get the end-to-end information regarding Pega. Yeah. So and, one more thing is like Pega is a platform actually. Okay. So let me talk about what is this Pega exactly now. And before going to start this demo session, what you all know about Pega? I mean, how do you uh, came to know about this Pega platform? So what you know about Pega? Can anyone answer this question?
I am not deep dive into the Pega, but what I know into the Pega is like it's a low code coding platform. It's a low code, I can say, or no code uh, platform,
Mhm.
and the DPM tool we can say.
Yes, correct,
Yeah.
correct, right. So Pega actually it's a no code or low code platform. Pega is a no code or low code platform, right? See, when we talk about no code or low code, in the sense, Pega has automated the programming. Okay, Pega has automated what exactly the programming itself. They have automated. So you're not going to write uh, any code. See why the term called low code we have here. See, I mean, if you want to still write the code, Pega won't stop you to write the code. It also allows you to write the code. That is the reason the term called low code also we can hear. So Pega is a no code or low code platform. So Pega doesn't suggest you to write the code. One of the best practice that the Pega says that you should not write any single line of code. Okay, you have to use the capabilities of Pega, whatever the capabilities that are available, we have to go and make use of those capabilities. Okay, we should not write any single line of code. That is what the Pega's best practice. Okay, yeah. So as I said that Pega has automated the programming. So Pega has automated the programming. Okay, is this Pega new to the market? In the sense, it's not new to the market. It is there since from 1983. And who is the founder of this Pega? Alan Trefler. Okay, so it's not new to the market. It is there since from 1983. So around 40 years now. Recently, they have also celebrated 40 years anniversary. And recently, if you look at Pega also has conducted Pega World. Okay, a lot of innovations they have demonstrated in that Pega World related to the artificial intelligence. So Pega is okay popular for no code as well. Pega is also popular for something called BPM. Okay, so Pega is a BPM tool. Pega is a BPM tool. Right? It's a BPM tool. Earlier, Pega is known for BPM. now Pega is not only known for BPM, it is more than a BPM. Okay, it's popular for BPM earlier, but now it's not only popular for BPM, it is also popular for CRM. It is also popular for decisioning. It is also popular for robotic process automation. It is also popular for artificial intelligence. Okay, so Pega is a unified platform. Okay, so Pega is a unified platform. So when we say unified in the sense, what do you mean by unified? As I said, right, Pega is not only popular for BPM, it is also popular for CRM and all those things, right? So Pega uh, is into what CRM, decisioning, artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, RPA. We call it as RPA. Uh, yeah. What else? Pega is also into something called sales automation. Okay. Sales automation. Like we have many things. Okay, that's the reason it is known for unified. Pega is a unified platform. So the meaning unified here is nothing but it's into CRM decisioning, artificial intelligence, RPA, which is nothing but robotic process automation, right? Yeah. See, the scope of Pega is not only limited to BPM. Okay, the scope has increased now. Okay, so you have a lot of opportunities. If you learn Pega, you can go into either BPM side or you can go into CRM side. You can go into decisioning side. I mean, you can become a decisioning consultant or a decisioning architect. Okay, so you can go into different areas. So now, who can go and learn this Pega platform? So who are eligible? Okay, anyone uh, who wants or who is interested in application development. Okay, so anyone who is interested in application development, they can enter into this. Uh, uh, I mean, they can learn this Pega platform. Basically, what is the need of? I mean, why we are going to learn about this platform? So, what is the use of this platform? What we can go and develop with this platform, right? So, what we can go and develop with this platform is at the end of the day, we can go and develop applications, right? Enterprise applications, or we can say business applications. Okay, so at the end of the day, we are going to develop enterprise applications using Pega platform. So Pega is used to develop enterprise applications, right? Or business applications, you can say. So Pega is used to develop business applications or enterprise applications, you can say. See, at the end of the day, Pega itself is an application. Okay, Pega platform itself is an application. Okay, you can say itself is an application, or you can say it's a software. Okay, so basically, it's a software which is used to create other softwares. Okay, so Pega is a software which is used to create other softwares, or which is used to write other softwares. Right? Other softwares. Okay, Pega is a software which is used to write other softwares. Okay. So now the point is, see, in order to develop an application, why only Pega? There are many other technologies which are already available in the market, right? many other technologies that we have, like we have Java, right? We have .NET, we have something called Python. So like so on, we have many other technologies which are available in the market to go and develop business applications, right? Business applications or enterprise applications. So then why we have to go with Pega? Why not with these other technologies? See, when it comes to the other technologies like Java, .NET and Python, where you have to write the code, that is one thing. You have to go and write the code, right? And not only writing the code, let's say, for example, you have to develop an application using these technologies. So when it comes to these technologies, it will take a long time, right? A huge time they take actually. Not only the long time they take, as well they need a number of developers. Huge number of developers also we require. Okay. If an application needs to be implemented in Java or .NET, you need a long time, and as well you need huge resources. These are the problems that we had. Not only these problems, I have just highlighted some of the problems. Okay, there are many other problems we had. Generally, who needs an application? You know, right? The client needs an application. Client in the sense, who is the client here? Let's say, for example, whoever wants to do their business through online. Okay, let's say Amazon. Let us take Amazon. You know that Amazon is doing the business across the world, right? Amazon is selling the products across the world. How they are selling the products across the world? Through an application itself. As a user, we are registering with Amazon and we are logging into their website and we are going and purchasing the products, right? Okay. So, client, I mean, or yeah, you can call Amazon as a client. For example, Amazon has approached to you to develop an application. Now, Amazon is a client to you now, right? Now, you go and develop an application for Amazon. And while developing that application, what is the technology that you are using? Let's say, for example, you are using something called Java. Okay, let us assume that you are using Java to develop that application. Now, now you now you are going to develop that application with the help of Java. So what happens now if you are developing with Java or .NET or Python? So now you say that, okay, Amazon, I mean, you tell to the client that, okay, we want this much of time and this much of resources, and then we go and develop this application and we deliver it to you. This is what you are going to tell to your client. Now, what happens here? See, client cannot wait for a long time, right? So, what happens if he wait for a long time? What happens if he wait for a long time? Obviously, there might be some competitors, right? Amazon might be having some competitors. Now, the competitors are using other platforms to develop their application. Okay, let's say the competitor might have used Pega platform, and within less time, they have developed the application and they were doing the business in the market now. So what happens now? The other clients are occupying the market or not? Meanwhile, and they are doing the business. They are capturing the entire market. Now, ultimately, who is going to lose the market? Amazon is going to lose the market because Amazon is still waiting for the application to be developed. Why? Because the reason is they were using Java, .NET or Python, right? Yeah. So the client will lose the market. If he is waiting for a long time, he will lose the market. So this should not happen, right? This should not happen. Okay. Because see, by the time the competitors may occupy the market, they have their own customers, right? Obviously, all the customers will go with that client now. or with that competitor now. So that's the reason basically nowadays if you look at the clients, they are not going to wait for a long time. Okay, they want the application within less time, right? Yeah, within less time they need an application. So we should be able to go and develop the application within less time. But how it is possible? Will it be possible with these technologies? No, not possible. And not only that, okay, okay, waiting for a long time, that's okay. Let us keep that aside. Not only that, you need a huge number of resources to develop that application. So the client is waiting for a long time, and as well, he is also investing on the resources, right? So instead of doing that, why can't the client go with these kind of tools? Okay. So tools will make the life easy, right? Within less time, we can develop the application with less resources even. Okay, we don't require huge number of resources. Rather than investing more time and spending more money on resources, the clients are thinking in this way. Let's go with these platforms. Let's develop our application within less time, with less resources. That's how the clients are thinking. Okay, and that is the reason these tools are becoming more popular nowadays. If you look at why these tools are getting more popular, because of these reasons. Okay, yeah. So that's how we can understand why only Pega, why not these technologies, right? And see, do we have only Pega in the market? So not only Pega, there are many other BPM tools which are available in the market, right? So among other BPM tools, Pega is popular, okay, right? Like how Java is popular in those technologies, okay. So we have .NET, Python. Java is also popular, right? Like how Java is popular, same way Pega is popular for what? BPM tools. Like Pega, there are many other BPM tools which are available in the market. So what are the other BPM tools which we have? So Pega is the leading one, leading BPM tool. Like Pega, we have something called Appian, yeah, APN. Yeah, you can say Appian or APN. You have something called. There are many other BPM tools which are available. Okay, the second competitor. I mean, yeah, for the Pega, who is the competitor? Appian is the competitor. Okay, so like we have something called Oracle BPM, IBM BPM. Okay, so there are many other BPM tools which are available in the market. So among all these BPM tools, Pega is popular. So we need to understand, yeah, these are all known as BPM tools. Okay? So BPM stands for what exactly? BPM stands for business process management, right? BPM stands for what exactly? It stands for business process management. So we need to understand what is this business process management, right? So what is this business process management? But before going to understand what is business process management, okay. So as I said, these are all BPM tools, right? So the reason is these all tools, they implement a methodology called BPM methodology. Why all these tools are known as BPM tools? Because they implement something called BPM methodology. Okay. So what is this BPM methodology? We need to understand. These all tools implement. This is something which is analogous to, right? This is something which is analogous to what, that Java, um, C Sharp, which is a part of your .NET, right? Java, C Sharp. C++, right? Python. So these are all what kind of languages? These are all object-oriented programming languages, right? Yeah. So these are all languages. These all languages are object-oriented programming languages. You know why these all are known as object-oriented programming languages? Yeah. Why all these known as object-oriented programming languages? Because these all programming languages, they implement what? They implement a concept called OOP concept, right? Yeah. They all implement OOP concepts, object-oriented programming concepts, right? Yeah. They all implement OOP concepts. So what are those concepts? Yes. Let's not worry about what are those OOP concepts. So here the idea what I am trying to inject is like how these all languages are known as object-oriented programming languages. These all tools are known as BPM tools. Why these all tools are known as BPM tools? Because they all implement a methodology called BPM. Similarly, these all languages, how they are implementing OOP concepts. Okay, these all tools are implementing BPM methodology. Okay, so because these all tools are implementing BPM methodology, we are calling them as BPM tools. Similarly, these all languages are implementing OOP concepts. We are calling them as object-oriented programming languages, right? Okay. So why I brought this thing here? The reason is Pega is built on top of Java. Okay. So Pega platform, how this platform is built, underlying what is the technology being used for Pega? Nothing but Java itself. Okay. So the underlying technology is nothing but Java. Okay. So Pega is built on top of Java itself. So let's say this is your Java. Okay. And on top of Java, you have your Pega. And you know, right, why Pega is popular and why Pega still it is leading in the market because it is built on top of Java. And you know, right, Java is popular, right? Java is popular. Java is evergreen, right? People say that Java is evergreen. Okay. So as Java is evergreen, Pega is also evergreen. Okay. Pega is also evergreen. And you know, right? Since 1983, if it is there means still it is there in the market means you can think of. Okay. Generally, what misconception that the people will have tools. Okay, hardly they may exist for next 5 years or next 10 years. It's not like that, right? So Pega is built on top of Java. Yeah, and you know that Java is built on top of what? Java is built on top of what? OOP concepts, right? Hmm. Object-oriented programming concepts. Now, what you think of like in order to know about Pega, there are courses on Pega Academy from company side. What is the training will be about? There are courses, but huh, people who are self-motivated, okay, self-motivated and people who are interested, uh, who wants to do as a self-paced kind of thing. Okay, so you will have some courses over there. You can register and you can learn, right? Yeah. So what training is going to provide? Uh, See, there in the Pega Academy, the concepts, whatever they might be discussing, okay. See, I mean, not everyone can easily can go and read and understand, right? Yes, sir. Let's say, for example, even when I'm new to Pega. So what organization has asked me to do? So they have asked me to go and register into Pega Academy, and they have assigned some courses to me. So when I was going through those courses, it's very hard to understand. Even I felt like it's difficult to read and understand the things on my own. Okay, so having experience into Java, it was little difficult for the first time. So when I go through it for twice or thrice, then slowly I got into that. Okay, so I understood the things in a better way. So it is little difficult to understand on your own. Okay, and not only that, it's going to give you the basic things. Okay, you'll be going to understand the basic things. What about, let's say, for example, I want to implement real kind of scenarios. Then will it go and help you? It won't, right? And that Pega Academy training related contents will not help you. They just give you the understanding about the platform, right? Sagar, I think you're getting my point. Understood? Sagar, I hope have answered your question. Am I audible? Okay. So basically, the academy courses, they won't give you end-to-end information. Only at a high level you will be going to understand. But what if I want to know more in detail? Okay. Then this training will be going to help you a lot. Okay. Side by side, if you also register and if you try to uh, if you try to read those concepts, then you'll find easy to understand. Okay. So anyhow, you are going to listen here. Okay. So whatever the topics that I'm going to discuss, that will help you to understand those courses, whatever you have in the Pega Academy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, uh, not only that. I mean, here we are going to see how to develop an application. Okay. An end-to-end application, we are going to see how to develop it. So that you'll get what kind of knowledge, the real kind of scenarios we are going to discuss here, right? So that's how it is going to help you to understand more. Okay, so that's what I can say as of now. Okay, right. So now, as I said, that Pega is built on top of Java. Okay, and Java is built on top of what? Object-oriented programming concepts. Okay, OP concepts. But in order to learn Pega, do you need to have uh, the knowledge of Java? Means if you have the knowledge of Java, it is an added advantage to you. Okay, it's an added advantage. If you don't have knowledge of Java, is also fine, no issues. Anyhow, you are not going to write any single line of code, right? Then why to worry about Java? No need to worry about Java. Okay, so I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm not saying that uh, you should know Java. Sorry, uh, you should know Java in order to learn Pega. Need not. Okay, you need not to know about Java. Not even required. Okay, as because we are not going to write any single line of code. But basically, here, what is the idea? You need to understand that Pega tool itself is using in the background what Java. Yeah, that is what you should know. Okay, right. So now we need to understand that Pega is a BPM tool, right? So let's try to understand what is this BPM, business process management. Okay. So coming to business process management. So what do you mean by business process management? What do you mean by business process management? So what is BPM exactly? Now we will be going to understand what is BPM. Okay. See, uh, when it comes to see, not only Pega, like there are many. Uh, Even if you look at coming to Java, Java is earlier it is open source. Now it is not open source. Python is open source, right? So anyone can open that Python website and they can start learning. Anyone can open the Java website and they can start learning on their own, right? So the problem is like, see, uh, people who wants to know the real kind of scenarios. Okay, so basically, you people want to have that kind of experience, right? So that you can go and put some experience and you can go and get the jobs, right? Yes or no? So in that case, obviously, you have to go and know about the real scenarios. So where the real scenarios will be discussed, obviously in the training program itself, right? But see, the academic courses, they might help you certain extent, but they are not going to help you completely, right? Yeah. So that is the reason where we are going and learning these particular things. Okay. Yeah. And not only that, I mean, what kind of feedback that I have got from the students who are going through this Pega Academy courses. Okay, the courses are available, but people are not able to understand the things in a better way. Okay, so when they are going through the courses, they are taking in a different way. Okay, their understanding is different. So everyone has their own understanding, right? So one might the same concept, one in understand in another way. One understands in one way, the other one understands in a different. Okay? So that's the problem we had over there, right? So once you are aware, I mean, once you heard about the terms and in the training, not only the terms that whatever you heard. So once you are familiar, then will be more easy for you to go through those courses. Okay. Yeah. So training will help you to go through those courses. Okay. Yeah. If you directly jump into those courses, you will not. Right. So now let's come back. Now let's try to understand what is this BPM first of all. Okay. So when it comes to BPM, as I said, it stands for what? Business process management, right? So business process management. So let us understand what is business exactly. So let's try to understand these terms now. What is business? What is this process? Okay, what is this management? So you know what is business, right? Do you know what is business? Any idea? Do you know what is business exactly? Any idea about business? How do you define business? Hmm. You deliver something to the customer. Okay. Hmm. So, yes. And for that, all the resources you invest. Okay. Right. So, yeah, Sagar, you're right. See, business actually it's nothing but strategies, right? So, it has strategies, right? Business has strategies. So, it has strategies. Not only it has strategies, and it also has policies, right? Business has strategies and policies. Every business, I mean, when I say business in your day-to-day life, you might have seen a lot of businesses, right? In our day-to-day life, we see a lot of businesses around us, right? Every business has their own strategy and their own policies. Okay, yeah. So let us try to understand the examples of businesses. What are the examples of the businesses that we see in our day-to-day life? I mean, when I say businesses in the sense of business processes, I need to bring the term called processes here. So what is this term called process over here? See, a process in the sense it's nothing but a way, right? Process that how we go and do the things. Okay, it's nothing but a way. It's a way. It's a way to do or achieve the things, right? Achieve the things. It's a way to do or achieve the things. So now, okay, so what is this business process as a whole? Let us try to understand. Okay, and what is the example of a business process that we see around us in our day-to-day life? So, what are the business processes that you have seen in your day-to-day life? Any examples that you have seen? Any business processes that you have come across? Any example? Food delivery. Okay. Yes, correct. Lot of business processes. Can we say every process is a business process? Means no, we cannot. So, not every process is a business process, right? Not every process we can call it as a business process. So, which are the processes are known as business processes? Okay, so there is a thumb rule. We have a thumb rule. So, a process which should involve two or more people or two or more departments, right? A process which involves two or more people or two or more departments, or you can say a process which make mad of two or more people or two or more departments. Okay, then we can call that process as a business process. Basically, a process which has either approvals or rejections. You know, right? Process basically will be having what? Either approvals or rejections. Let's take your leave approval process. Or yeah. So basically, as an employee, what you do, you go and apply a leave, right? Now that leave might be either approved or rejected, right? So leave request is a business process or not? Yes, it's a business process because if you look at in the leave request process, two or more people will be involved, right? Two or more people. You are the employee, you have raised a leave request, and the leave request goes to your manager, and the manager has to approve or reject, right? Yes. So basically, the process has what? Either approvals or rejections. Okay. Not only that, I mean, not only the leave request. Okay. Example. You can take other examples. Okay. Let's say, for example, I just want to give you some examples over here for your business processes. So, what are the examples of business processes you have? Order to cash, right? Order to cash. We have something called claim to settlement. Okay. We have something called application to approval, right? So, these are the some of the examples of your business processes. Okay. So, what do you mean by this order to cash? What do you mean by order to cash over here? So, when I say order to cash in the sense, so let us try to understand Let us try to understand what is this order to cash. So when I say order to cash, so you might be ordering something, right, through Amazon or through Flipkart. Okay, you are going to order something. You are going to make a purchase order. Okay, and whatever the item that you have ordered, you are going to pay the cash for that, right? Pay the money for that item or the product. Okay, that is what order to cash. Now, when it comes to claim to settlement, let's say for example, you are going to claim. I mean, let's suppose, let us say you have a vehicle, okay, and your vehicle has damaged because of some reason. Now, obviously, you are the one who are holding this insurance policy, right? Vehicle insurance policy. Now, what you can do, you can go and claim for the damage, whatever the damage has incurred. Okay, you can go and claim for the damage. So the insurance company has to go and settle that money for the damage, right? Or they have to go and repair your vehicle. So whatever the expenses that has incurred for your damage, the insurance company has to go and settle for that. And that is what claim to settle. Application to approval. When it comes to application to approval, let's say you are applying for a home loan. Okay, the bank has to either approve it or reject it, right? So it is also a process, right? So if you look at all these are what the business processes. So let us try to understand the definition of a business process. Okay. So what is business process exactly in the sense? The definition for business process is, yeah. Now let me give the definition for business process. What is business process? So coming to the definition of business process. So it is a collection. It is a collection of policies. I mean, not policies. Actually, it is a collection of events. Okay, collection of events, uh, activities, decisions, actors, resources. Okay, which collectively leads to an outcome. Leads to an outcome, right? Which collectively leads to an outcome to its customers. Which collectively leads to an outcome to an organization and to its customers. Okay, that is what business process actually. It's a collection of events, activities, decisions, actors, resources, which collectively leads to an outcome to an organization and to its customers. So basically, if you take any business process, you will find these 6 factors. So what are the 6 factors that we have here? Events, activities, decisions, actors, resources, and your outcome. Total 6 factors are involved in any business process. Let's take your order to cash. Okay, so that is one of the example of business process, right? So when you take this order to cash, you can find these 6 factors in this particular business process called order to cash. So what are those 6 factors that you will find in this order to cash business process? So the first factor, which is nothing but event, right? So what do you mean by event over here? Event in the sense, see, in order to cash, basically the customer is going to raise the purchase order. So customer raise a purchase order, right? Customer raise a purchase order. Okay. So that is nothing but an event. Raising a purchase order is nothing but an event. So that is the first factor which has been involved in the business process, right? Now, what are the other factors that you have? So the next factor, what we had? Activity. So what are the different activities that are involved in this order to cash business process. See, once the customer has raised a purchase order, see, the vendor has to go and package that item or the product. They have to package it, they have to ship it, right? Shipping, and they have to go and deliver it, right? Deliver it. So these are the activities which are involved behind the scene, right? Once you raise a purchase order. Now coming to the third factor, which is your nothing but decision. So what are the decisions? A business process will have lot of decisions, right? A business process will have lot of decisions. So what are the decisions that are involved in this business process? Let's say, in order to deliver your product, the product is not available the same location. The vendor um, has to go and import from somewhere else. Okay, and the vendor has to deliver that product. Now, in order to import that product from somewhere else, the vendor might be going to use. I mean, the product, let's say, has to be delivered on the same day. Okay, because you have selected an option called express delivery option. Okay, you want the product on the same day. Now the product is not available the same location. They have to go and import from some other location and they have to deliver it to you. Now, to get that product from some other location, the mode of transportation, let's say if they are using roadways, then obviously it will take 2 to 3 days to deliver the product, right? If they are using railways or the waterways or whatever it may be, it may take uh, some some time to deliver the product. But the product needs to be delivered on the same day. Then obviously the transportation mode should be what the airways, right? If the transportation mode is airways, on the same day the delivery can happen, right? So the business has to take that decision. Okay. So one of the example I have given here to understand what is the decision which is involved in this business process. The mode of what transportation. Okay. So the mode of the transportation can be what? It can be either airways, right? The business, I mean, the vendor might use airways or roadways, right? Or railways or waterways. So it could be any of these. Okay, that is a decision that the business has to take, right? Yeah. Now, what about the fourth factor? So, what is the fourth factor that we had? Um, the fourth factor, what we had is your actors. So, who are the actors involved in this order to cash business process? Who are the actors involved? Nothing but customer, right? Customer is one of the actors. We have customer, we have vendor, right? So they are the actors who are involved in this business process. Right? Now the fifth factor what we had, which is nothing but your resources. What are the resources that are being used in this business process? Let's say the product, whatever the customer has purchased, I mean the customer, whatever the order that he has raised, that order, that order needs to be um, uh, has to be packaged, right? So in order to package that order, a lot of resources might be used, like a wooden box. Okay, a wooden box might be required to package that. So wooden box will be a resource. Let's say at the time of delivering that particular product to the customer, now the logistic person has to take the digital signature of the customer that the customer has received that product, right? So sometimes if you observe, the logistic person or the delivery person is going to take your digital signature through his mobile phone. So even you can consider that mobile phone as a resource here, which has been used in this business process, right? Mhm. So resource can be anything, okay? So I'm just giving some of the examples to understand about the resources, what are involved or what are used in this particular business process. Okay. Now the last factor, which is your outcome. At the end of the day, you are going to have some outcome of any business process. Business process will be having an outcome, right? So what is the outcome of? So outcome is nothing but product to the customer. Okay, a product or item will be received by the customer. Product or item to the customer. Okay, and cash to the organization. Right? So who customer is going to pay cash to the organization, right? Cash to the organization in the sense to the vendor, right? So that is the outcome of this business process. So these are the 6 factors which are involved in any business process. Not only order to cash, okay, take claim to settlement or application to approval. All these 6 factors you'll be going to find in any business process. Okay, yeah. Now you understood what is business process. Understood what is business process exactly. Any questions that you have?
No questions so far.
Okay. So why we are trying to understand this business process? The reason is Pega not only automates the programming. Okay, earlier I said that in the beginning, Pega automates the programming. So not only Pega automates the programming, Pega also automates the business processes. Okay, so Pega, what it does, it automates the business processes. Pega automates business process. Okay, so the end-to-end business process can be automated. Okay, with the help of Pega. So now let's try to understand as a whole what is it. We understood what is business, what is process, what is business process, and example for business process, right? Now, what is business process management exactly? So when it comes to BPM, the definition for BPM is what? It's nothing but okay. It's a collection of uh, collection of policies, or otherwise, yeah, it's nothing but collection of, you can say, methods, tools to methods, or it's a collection of methods, uh, principles, or you can say principles and the tools. Yeah, it's a collection of methods, principles, okay, collection of methods, principles, and tools to design, analyze, execute, and monitor the business processes. Okay, so what is BPM as a whole? Uh, it's a collection of methods, principles, tools to design, analyze, execute, and monitor your business process. As I said, Pega is a BPM tool. So what are we going to do with this Pega? Pega is a BPM tool, as we understood, right? So basically, Pega is a tool which is used to, yeah, Pega is a tool which is used to design, analyze, execute, and monitor your business process. Monitor the business processes. Okay. Pega is a tool which is used to design, So you can design, analyze, execute, and monitor your business processes. So we understood what is business process, right? Example of a business process, right? So like order to cash, claim to settlement, application to approval. Take any business process. You can go and automate it. Yeah. So I hope now you understood what is BPM exactly. Okay. And Pega why Pega is known as BPM tool. Okay. Right. See, we can practically even satisfy this definition whatever I have given. As I said, it is used to. This is a tool which is used to design, analyze, execute, and monitor business processes. So to look at how, I mean, to look at this thing, how it practically can be achieved, I'll just show you one small business process. Okay. Existing business process, I'll show you. For that, I'm going to log in into the Pega website. Okay. So let me show you how to log in into the Pega website. Just give me another 10 to 15 minutes of time so that I can wind up the session. Okay. So yeah. So I'm just trying to log into your Pega website. Pega.com. Okay. See, first actually, as you have to register yourself, right? You have to create an account. Okay. So already you have created an account, but basically, in order to create your account, you need to specify the account details like your first name, last name, your country, your organization or company name, your professional email ID here. You can also use Gmail ID. Okay. Yeah. So I already have created an account. So once you fill all these details and you sign up, you'll be receiving uh, an email to activate your account. Once you click on that link, your account will be activated. Right? So once the account is activated, you should be able to go and log in into your account itself. You can click on this login here and you can log in into your account. So now I'm going to log in into my account. So I'm just using my uh, email ID, outlook.com. Let me provide my password. Okay. So what right now we are trying to understand is like how practically we can do this thing, how practically we can satisfy this definition. Okay. So now, yeah, as Sagar he said, right? So we have Academy, something called Pega Academy. So you can see something called Pega Academy. You can click on Academy. You can go and find the courses which are there in the Academy. Okay. So I'm just trying to use one of the cloud instance. Okay. Uh, Let me try to open one of the cloud instance. Um, but do not worry what I'm just trying to do right now. The navigations are not required to understand now. I'm just trying to invoke one of the existing cloud instance. Okay. Let me initialize Pega instance for this challenge. Challenge is nothing but an exercise. So you have exercises, you have scenarios, right? Yeah. So I'm just, yeah, it is going to take like 3 to 5 minutes of time to uh, initialize your instance. Yeah, so you can see that instance is ready for us. Let us launch that instance. Hmm. So to access this instance, they also have given some credentials. You see, something called author at the rate mytom. Hmm. Author at the rate mytom. Pega 123 exclamatory. Yeah. So we are using those credentials to log in into this exercise environment. So basically, what we are trying to understand is like, so as I said, it's a tool to design, analyze, execute, and monitor the business processes, right? Yeah. I just have logged into one of the existing application called MyTown here. Okay. Yeah. One of the existing application I have logged in. See, you know that Pega is a no-code platform. So are we going to write any code? Means we are not going to write any code. We are going to use what the visual models. So basically, Pega is what going to use a model-driven approach. What kind of approach that the Pega uses? A model-driven approach. So if you just see here, I've just clicked on the case type. Okay, I'm just trying to open the existing case type here. Let's not worry what is the case type and all those things right now. So what we are trying to understand here is like Pega uses the model-driven approach. I mean, where it uses what the visual models. Yeah, I'm just trying to show you the visual models now. Hmm. So you see here, I can go and add some stages. This is nothing but your life cycle where we can go and add some stages. I'm just going to show you how quickly we can go and create um, a login page. Okay, it's simple, very simple. Where you can observe that I'm not going to um, write any code. So basically, what I'm doing, I'm just going and designing myself. This is nothing but designing, right? You're designing the life cycle of the business process. Basically, what you're going to do here, you're going to design the life cycle, right? You're going to design your life cycle. Then you analyze it and you execute that life cycle. You monitor that life cycle. Okay. So you see, for example, the first stage, I want to identify the customer. So the customer should be able to log in into his account, right? We want to identify the customer. So how we are going to identify the customer? So we should go and provide him a login page. So through login page, he has to enter his username and password, right? So for that, I have added this stage. Or let me add a step. Okay, the stage has process. We'll discuss more in detail when we enter into our sessions, actual sessions. Okay, as of now, what I'm just trying to do, I'm just trying to show you how to design, okay, and how to go and execute your monitor and how to execute your business processes. This is one kind of business process. Okay. Hmm. Let me add the step now. So the process we have added. Okay, now to the process we are adding a step. Now, what is that step? Let's say login step, right? Hmm. So let me save it. I just have added the step here. Now, to the step, I need to configure the view, right? Where I have to go and configure the view. A view in the sense like the screen. the login screen. I have added this step here. Let me go and configure the view. So the view should contain what? The view should contain, or the screen login screen should contain the username and password. So we need to go and create the two fields. Okay. So two fields are required for us. So let me just go and add field. Okay. So just trying to quickly show you how to create a new field. The field is username, let's say. Okay. Let me submit and add another field, which is your password. Okay, password. So these are the two fields which are required for us, right? And you can specify the type over here. Here you see there are different types available. Right now I'm going with something called text itself. Let it be text itself. Okay, and submit it. So you can also view the preview here. Preview of your login screen. This is the preview. This is how it looks like. Okay, click on submit. So those are the two fields that I have created. That's it, nothing else. So this is how you go and design yourself. Now how you can go and execute. The next thing is you should be able to go and execute, right? So I can click on save and run. So once you click on save and run, that's how you can execute your business process. So I've clicked on save and run. Now you see here, we have this case type called service request, right? Let us click on that case type. Let's not worry what is this case type and all. So we are just trying to understand the definition over there. Now you see quickly we are able to develop our login screen, right? This is a login screen you see here, which has username and password fields. Okay, and we can also even monitor the business process. As I said, this is a business process. So you can also even monitor your business process. Right now you are at which step? You are at the login step, right? Previously, you are at the first stage. Now you have reached to the second stage. And in the second stage, you are at the first step. So you can monitor your business process, right? So you can even monitor your business process. Now that's how we can understand about the BPM. So we can design our business processes, we can analyze our business processes, even we can execute and monitor our business processes. Okay. So with that, I can conclude this session about your Pega platform. This is at a high level. I have demonstrated this particular use case. So let's not worry right now what is this case type and all. Okay, once we enter into the actual sessions, then we will be able to understand about all these details. Okay, just to make it more meaningful about this definition, I have demonstrated that use case. So hope now you are all clear about this definition, right? So yeah, before going to conclude, before going to conclude this session, so what we have started with actually, we started with about what is Pega, right? Pega is a no-code, low-code platform, and as I said, it has automated the programming. So nowhere we are going to write any code, right? So Pega is a BPM tool. It's a unified platform, right? Then next we understood about what, as I said, it is used to develop the enterprise applications, and itself is a software which is used to write other softwares, right? And next we understood that uh, it is one of the BPM tool. Like we have many other BPM tools, right? And why these are known as BPM tools? Because they implement BPM methodology. So we understood what is BPM next, right? So that's how we have gone through this particular demo session. So if you have any questions, yeah, now you can go and ask if you have any questions. Okay. Do you have any questions? Anything which you want to ask regarding this Pega platform?
But in future, like in our the upcoming classes, we can get a more in detail about the cases and all, right? How the study will be about the,
Correct, correct.
because
Yes,
because now you just gave us the example about the how it works in the Pega platform.
right,
But in
right,
future, we will get the more cases, right?
right, right, right. Yes.
Okay.
Do you have any experience on this platform? Like before coming to the session, have you gone?
No, no, I don't have the experience into the Pega. I was into the VMware, but recently I got discovered about the Pega and all, so I thought of just going into the Pega.
Oh, okay, okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm not into the from coding as well. I don't know the coding as well.
Anyhow, we are not going to write any coding yet.
Yeah, exactly.
The
So that's
concept.
why I chose for the Pega actually because my background is not into the coding language.
Oh, okay, good. Right. We have Sagar Reddy. Any questions? If no questions, we can wind up this demo session.
It's a very big tool, right? I mean, with number of features and modules. So, what is any set a syllabus for the training is there?
Agenda for this training is like, I mean, basically, uh, see, we have many areas in Pega. Like you can, people who are interested into business analyst. Okay. Um, so you can also choose the path for business analyst. For business analyst also, this is the basic course. Okay, whatever the uh, topics that we are going to discuss, even those topics are also there in your business analyst course. Okay, so coming to the developer perspective, Pega developer. So we have Pega business analyst, Pega developer course, we have data scientist course, right? There are different courses which are available. So when it comes to the developer perspective, so actually three levels of certifications are involved. Okay, the first one is which is your system architect. Okay, system architect is the first level, and the second level is senior system architect. Okay, so basically, we will be going to cover these two levels during this training program. Okay, the third level is which is your lead system architect. Lead system architect, right? So now coming to this particular training is going to cover these two levels. Now, what are the topics that we are going to cover in the system architect and senior system architect? We have huge topics. Okay, those topics I'll be going to share in the Excel sheet. Okay, what all I'm going to cover as part of these two. Okay, and
Yes,
see, and
entry level, whoever is like new will be
hmm,
like first studying system architect. It's first one level,
yes,
first level.
correct. See, even it comes to the lead system architect minimum. See, to take this lead system architect certification, you should have minimum of, I mean, 4 to 5 years of experience you should have. Okay, so the system architect and senior system architect is like 3 to 4 years of experience. The people who are putting 3 to 4 years of experience, they have to go with these two certifications. Okay, people who are having more experience, then they go with this certification. Okay, like there are people who have 8 years of experience in Pega, they have not yet done this certification. Okay, so still they are having only these two. Okay, so these are the entry levels. The first one is the entry level. This is the second one is uh, this is for the senior level. The second one. Okay.
But Atul, these certification will help us to give the entry to the Pega. Like we are not background,
Yes.
we don't have into the Pega.
Actually, the Pega's best practice says that if you want to be a Pega developer, you have to do these certifications. Okay, so
Okay.
if you are certified, you will have more chances, right? Basically, you have to do the certification. So
Hmm.
only the training is not going to help you uh, to join in a company, but when you are joining in a company, obviously they will want to ask you about the certifications, whether you have done it or not. Okay, so you should also do the certifications.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, what are the certifications that we have, where we can find those certifications? Yes, I can show it now. So
So what will be the duration for this? The the first two, the senior system architect and the
it's
system.
going to take around like 2 to 2.5 months.
Okay.
These two, to cover these two, 2 to 2.5 months it's going to take
Will be at the
to
same
cover these.
time.
Sorry?
Trainings will be at the same time, like today.
Yes, mostly at the same time, 7:30 to 8:30. Any other questions? So you can find the certifications over here, and not only that, you can also even find your uh, what we say, the topics also. When it comes to the certifications, you need to click on the training tab here. You can click on view certifications. So we can go and view what all the certifications that we have. The certification for what? A business architect you have, a system architect you had, a data scientist, a decisioning consultant, right? So this is for business architect. So whatever the course that we are going to talk about, if you are finishing these two, in our training, whatever the topics that we discuss, and those topics are also part of your business architect. Even you can go and take your business architect certification if you want to move towards business analyst. Okay, you can also move into business analyst area, and that is one advantage we have. If I take system architect, senior system architect, even I can move into this particular business analyst area. Okay, even for testers also, this is the basic course. System architect is the basic for business analysts and for testers, even Pega testers. We do also have Pega testing, right? So if you learn the system architect, you can also easily crack your business architect certification. Not only that, even for this Pega testers also, the same course we have. This is where you can
But
see.
do we have any hands-on experience? Because see, I'm not from the Pega background.
Yes, you will have hands-off scenarios. Actually, that is what
Hands-on, yeah.
hands-on
Uh,
you'll have. See,
because the blindly I cannot go and give the interview for the Pega because I should have
correct.
some of the yes.
You should see, and that is the reason we strongly suggest simultaneously when you're going with this training. We also suggest you to go through what this mission actually called system architect mission. So if you look at this, how this is aligned, if you look at this mission actually, how these topics are aligned is in the form of missions. The system architect is a mission over here. Now this mission actually has what uh, the other missions also you can see. A mission can contain other missions. Okay, there are totally two missions that you had in this, and modules you have. Okay, modules in the sense the concepts, the topics. Uh, now you see, along with the modules, you can see something called challenges, which are nothing but your exercises. Okay, so you'll be having exercise environment ready, and this is where you can see the scenarios over here. So basically, what you are going to do is you are going to understand the scenario, and if you are clear with the scenario, you can directly go and invoke the instance, and you can practice it. Okay, no, I'm not getting what is the scenario. Now they have given a video walkthrough for that. Okay, uh, still we are not able to understand the video, they have also even given the detailed tasks or the detailed steps to achieve that scenario. Okay. Yeah, so these are the detailed steps. And then finally, you can also even confirm your work. Whatever you did in the exercise, you can even execute that and you can confirm your work, right? So you have exercises to do actually. Simultaneously, what you are going to do, you are going to do these missions and challenges. Okay. So once I'm done with a particular topic, I'll ask you to go and do this particular module. Now, let's say, for example, today I have covered one of the concept called, let's say, um, uh, creating a rule. Okay. I'll ask you to go and complete this module. Okay. Today I have covered something called decision tables. I'll ask you to go and complete this module. Along with that, I'll ask you to go and complete this challenge. Okay. So it's completely structured. Got it? So what are the topics that I discussed? Obviously, you'll come here and you'll go through this particular topic, and then followed by that exercise you are going to practice. So you'll be also getting what? Hands-on, not only theoretical. Okay, hands-on you're going to get. That is what the idea. Okay. Hope I think I have answered all your questions.
Yes.
Any other questions you have?
No, nothing from my side.
Okay. Okay then. Then let us conclude the session today here. See you in the next class. Thank you.